County jail phone call. Mama, please pick up. I know I let you down again. I'm sorry, ain't enough. Third time in this orange jumpsuit, sitting in this block. Every time I come back here, the clock just doesn't stop. For the people on the outside while I'm doing time. For the choices that I made when I was chasing the dime. My cellmate got a daughter, he ain't seen in 2 years. She drew him a picture and he's holding back the tears. We both laughing about nothing, just to keep the weight from crushing every ounce of everything we got today. The system got a way of keeping certain folks inside, not just in the building, but in everything besides. In the cycle of the thinking that the street is all you know. Bail money blues, that's the undertow. Bail money blues, and mama's on the phone. Bail money blues, crying I should've stayed home. Should've taken that job, should've left that life. Bail money blues, cutting like a knife. Bail money blues on a Friday call. Should've seen it coming, but I couldn't see it all. The choices that I made were gonna catch me one day. Bail money blues, now I'm paying what I owe. My cousin went the other way, took the straight and narrow road. Got a CDL license, now he carries every load of furniture and freight across the interstate and back. Makes good money in his record state, exactly clean and intact. I used to clown him for the honest grind he chose. Now I'm watching from the window as my future goes. Smaller in the distance, every day I sit inside while he's buying his first house and living dignified. The streets look glamorous from 17 years old, but at 28 and here they just look dark and cold. I got a letter from the judge saying 2 more years. Bail money blues drowning in my tears. I ain't blaming nobody but the man in the mirror. Every choice I made the consequences clearer. When I get out, I'm getting out for real this time. Gonna put my mama's number at the top of every climb. Back to the surface, back to the life I threw away. Bail money blues, never again after today. Bail money blues, mama, I'm sorry. When I get out, I promise it's the last time. Whiskey and warfare, 2 tours done and I'm back on this soil. Same dirt road, but everything's spoiled. The nightmares don't stop when the mission is done. Welcome home, soldier, the real battle's begun. Signed the papers at 18, barely understanding the weight. Left a small town in October, didn't come back till late. 2 tours overseas in the sand and the heat, watching brothers fall beside me on the fallen street. Came on to a country that don't know my name. Shook a few hands and they moved on just the same. Nobody warned me that the hardest deployment would be standing in my kitchen at midnight in the silence, reaching for the whiskey just to slow the reel of every face I couldn't save, just to try to feel something other than the weight of what I carry now. Whiskey and warfare, that's my life somehow. Whiskey and warfare in the same damn glass, living for the present, but I'm haunted by the past. They gave me a rifle, but they never gave me peace. Whiskey and warfare, God does it cease. Whiskey and warfare on a Tuesday night, trying to find the difference between wrong and right. Been to hell and back and I'm still in the fight. Whiskey and warfare under kitchen light. The VA got a number, but the line is too long. I've been waiting 6 months just to get what belongs to me. To care for what they broke when they sent me there. But bureaucrats keep shuffling papers without a care. My buddy took his life on a Wednesday in March. Nobody called it what it was, just left his mama scarred. 22 veterans a day, they say. 22 families losing everything that day. I'm one of the lucky ones, I'm still breathing air. But lucky don't mean healed, and it don't mean I'm there. I pour another glass and I talk to the dark. Whiskey and warfare, stitching up the heart. To every soldier reading this, I see you standing there. The weight you carry home, nobody else can bear. But you survive the desert, you can't survive this room. The whiskey ain't the answer, but I understand why you choose. Call somebody, anybody. Let someone in. Whiskey and warfare, we don't have to win alone. Whiskey and warfare, still fighting, still standing. We don't leave men behind. Single mama hustle 5 a.m. alone. Kids don't know struggle yet. God, I'm so tired, but I ain't done yet. Up before the sun and I'm already running late. Pack 3 lunches while I'm doing hair and sealing fate of another day that's gonna test everything I got. 2 jobs and a prayer and a whole lot of whatnot. He left in October, said he needed to find himself. Meanwhile, I'm finding daycare and the bill on the shelf. 3 kids looking at me like mama got the answers, and I do, I always do it, even when it cancels every plan I had for sleep, a piece of just a breath. I am the anchor and I haven't rested yet. But when my daughter says, mama, you're my hero, I can cry. Single mama hustle, watch me multiply. Single mama hustle, that's the grind, I know. Up before the sunrise and I'm running on low. But my babies never suffer and my bills always clear. Single mama hustle, I've been doing it for years. Single mama hustle on the daily grind, leaving all my excuses somewhere far behind. Did it on my own and I do it all again. Single mama hustle, I was built for this. Thursday night the car broke down on the interstate. Kids in the backseat, Lord, I'm trying not to shake. Called my sister, she drove 40 minutes in the rain. That's the kind of village that's been keeping me sane. Cause hustle isn't solo even when it feels it. The women in my circle always show up when I need it. They bring food and they show up and they watch the kids, so I can catch a breath and remember who I is. A woman who was raised on ain't nobody coming to save you, but ain't nobody coming also means ain't nobody can erase you. I built this life from nothing and I built it again. Single mama hustle, never questions the end. Yeah, every single mama grinding in the dark and not invisible, even when it feels that way. The sacrifice you're making is the foundation they'll build on one day. Keep going, you're somebody's everything, and that's the most powerful thing in this world. Single mama hustle, still going, still building, still the most powerful thing in the room. Red dirt resurrection, I've been dead before. Not the kind they bury, the kind that walks around and scares the people who love them. I was 26 and losing everything I built, chasing something in a bottle just to cover all the guilt of a man who had potential but had squandered every chance. And the people who would love me were afraid to take a stance. Mama prayed for me in parking lots, I found that out later. Said, God, don't let my son become a footnote or a waiter. And the rest on a regret, serving people what they lost. She paid that prayer every morning at incredible cost. I woke up in November in a county hospital bed, IV in my arm and a whole new voice in my head that said enough is enough, and I think you know it too. Red dirt resurrection, starting right here for you. Red dirt resurrection from the bottom of the hole. They wrote me off, but God wasn't done with my soul. I came up out the darkness, breathing different air. Red dirt resurrection, I made it out of there. Red dirt resurrection on a November day, when everything I was had been taken clean away. What's left when you lost everything is who you really are. Red dirt resurrection, I became the scar. 30 days in treatment felt like 30 years of work, sitting in a circle with the others who were hurt in the exact same ways, different stories, same wound. A country boy, a city kid, a woman from the dunes of some forgotten coastline who would chase the same escape. We were different on the surface, but the pain had the same shape. I learned the 12 steps in a church basement in the cold, a fluorescent light above me and a story to be told that wasn't finished yet. That was the revelation. My story wasn't over, it was in the second station of a journey that required burning everything down. Red dirt resurrection, reclaiming my crown. If you're in the bottom right now, hear me on this. The bottom isn't ended, it's the beginning of the list of everything you're gonna build when you decide to start. Red dirt resurrection, it begins inside your heart. Call somebody, show up somewhere, sit in the circle, you belong there. Red dirt resurrection, I made it out, you can too. God wasn't done with me, He ain't done with you either. I'm a delivery man, but this ain't no route. I carry truth that they talk about, heavy on my back but light in my soul. God gave me purpose when I lost control. I done knocked on doors that never opened, felt overlooked, unheard, broken, but every step built who I am. Now I stand stronger than I began. Seen smiles hide 1,000 scars, seen people crumble chasing stars. That's when I knew what I must do, deliver something real and true. I'm a delivery man, sent with truth for the broken hearts and the lost youth. Every word got weight and fire, built from pain and something higher. I don't speak just to be heard, I deliver something deeper than words. From the road to wherever you stand, truth getting dropped by the delivery man. Hey. I've been laid low, working in silence, turning my pain into guidance. Every loss turned into a message, every struggle turned into a blessing. I don't move like I used to move, now I calculate what I prove. Less talking, more walking it out, that's what faith really about. God ain't promised an easy road, but He carried me through every load. Now I ride with a different sight, seeing purpose in every fight. I'm a delivery man, sent with truth for the broken hearts and the lost youth. Every word got weight and fire, built from pain and something higher. I don't speak just to be heard, I deliver something deeper than words. From the road to wherever you stand, truth getting dropped by the delivery man. If you feel breathing. God still working, you still receiving. I'm a delivery man, it's my call. Even when I slip, I won't fall. Cause what I carry ain't just for me, it's true for whoever meant to see. Blue flame burning deep in my chest, that kind of fire don't give you rest. I've been through storms I can't explain, walked through loss, walked through pain. Felt that pressure break me down, had to rebuild from the ground. But that fire never died, it just grew stronger inside. I done questioned everything I knew, even doubted what was true. But that flame kept calling me to become who I'm meant to be. Blue flame, feel it in my soul, that
holy fire making broken whole.
From the ashes I rise again,
carrying truth through this life of sin.
That flame don't fade, it just grows
through every high and every low.
Blue flame blues, that's my name.
Built from pressure,
built from flame.
I ain't chasing things that fade away, I'm chasing peace at the end of the day. Letting go of what don't serve, learning finally what I deserve. Not money, not fame, not clout, but a quiet mind without that doubt. There's something deeper than what they see, there's something God built inside of me. I done seen how quick life change, one wrong move shift everything. So I move now with purpose clear, every step like God right here. Blue flame,
feel it in my soul,
that holy fire making broken whole.
From the ashes I rise again,
carrying truth through this life of sin.
That flame don't fade, it just grows
through every high and every low.
Blue flame blues, that's my name.
Built from pressure, built from flame.
If you feel that fire inside your chest, don't ignore it, that's your test. The pressure's shaping who you are, turning pain into a star.
Blue flame blues, I stand in truth, not the same man from my youth.
Through the fire,
I remain
a different soul, a stronger flame. Dirt road drip, yeah. Red dirt on my boots, gold on my neck. Country boy and came up, now watch what's next. Woke up on a dirt road, now I'm pulling up clean. Grew up watching daddy work fields, he never owned his dream. But something in the bloodline said we built for more than this. Red Clay County raised me, now I'm cashing every wish. They said a country boy can't move the way I move. Said lead a rap alone and just stay in your groove. But I've been watching every lane and I can drive them all. From the 2-lane highway to the city hall. My granddad never saw a dollar he could keep. My daddy worked 2 jobs just to help us eat and sleep. I took that work ethic, put it on the beat. Now every syllable I spit is how I claim and I see. Dirt, 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 road drip, yeah. Yeah, that's my heritage. Country boy swag with a flow that's serious. From the mud to the money, it's a serious flip. They sleeping on the south, man, they ain't ready for this. Dirt road drip on a Friday night, boots and a buckle on city lights came from nothing, but I'm shining right. Dirt road drip, yeah, we doing this right. Gotta lift the truck, but I started with a broke down Ford. Got a studio now, but I started on a 2x4 porch, spitting verses while the crickets kept the time. Now the whole world listening to these southern rhymes. Jelly roll, prove that country rap is no mistake. Shabuzi showed the charts exactly what we make when we combine the gravel road with trap hi-hats. The country and the city can't ignore that. I got uncles on the tractor and cousins in the block. Both sides of my story tell you everything I got. A man who can survive in either world. He steps is twice as dangerous, twice as far ahead. Dirt road drip, yeah, that's my heritage. Country boy swag with a flow that's serious. From the mud to the money, it's a serious flip. They sleeping on the south, man, they ain't ready for this. Grandma make cornbread while the trap went off. Southern gospel on Sunday, then we back on the clock. This ain't contradiction, this is who we are. Country rap done opened every single door and bar. Dirt road drip, that's where I'm from, that's where I'm going. Can't stop what's already done. Red dirt resurrection, I've been there before. Not the kind they bury, the kind that walks around and scares the people who love them. I was 26 and losing everything I built, chasing something in a bottle just to cover all the guilt of a man who had potential but had squandered every chance. And the people who would love me were afraid to take a stance. Mama prayed for me in parking lots, I found that out later. Said God don't let my son become a footnote or a waiter. And the rest on a regret, serving people what they lost. She paid that prayer every morning at incredible cost. I woke up in November in a county hospital bed, IV in my arm and a whole new voice in my head that said enough is enough, and I think you know it too. Red dirt resurrection, starting right here for you. Red dirt resurrection from the bottom of the hole. They wrote me off, but God wasn't done with my soul. I came up out the darkness, breathing different air. Red dirt resurrection, I made it out of there. Red dirt resurrection on a November day, when everything I was had been taken clean away. What's left when you lost everything is who you really are. Red dirt resurrection, I became the scar. 30 days in treatment felt like 30 years of work, sitting in a circle with the others who were hurt in the exact same ways, different stories, same the wound. A country boy, a city kid, a woman from the dunes of some forgotten coastline who would chase the same escape. We were different on the surface, but the pain had the same shape. I learned the 12 steps in a church basement in the cold, a fluorescent light above me and a story to be told that wasn't finished yet. That was the revelation. My story wasn't over, it was in the second station of a journey that required burning everything down. Red dirt resurrection, reclaiming my crown. If you're in the bottom right now, hear me on this. The bottom isn't ended, it's the beginning of the list of everything you're gonna build when you decide to start. Red dirt resurrection, it begins inside your heart. Call somebody, show up somewhere, sit in the circle, you belong there. Red dirt resurrection, I made it out, you can too. God wasn't done with me, He ain't done with you either. Hey, I've been riding slow down a broken path, trying to outrun ghosts from my past. Engine knocking like I know my pain. Every mile feel like a chain. Mama voice still in my head. Pray through it all is what she said. But it's hard when the nights feel cold and your heart feel heavier than gold. I done lost things I can't replace. Time, love, pieces of faith. Still I'm breathing, still I'm here, still talking to God through the fear. Dirt road prayers, hands to the sky. Ain't got much, but I still try. Through the dust, through the pain, I hope God hear me on this back dirt road. No spotlight, no one around, just my faith in this broken ground. If I fall, I won't stay low. He gon' lift me on this dirt road. I've been laid low, trying to heal inside. Ain't no place left for me to hide. Every scar got a story now. Every loss taught me how to stand when I should have broke, to breathe when I felt that choke. God ain't loud, but he always near. I feel him most when it's just me here. Seen fake love turn real quick, seen good men fall and slip. But through it all I learned one thing: grace hit harder than anything. Dirt road prayers, hands to the sky. Ain't got much, but I still try. Through the dust, through the pain, I hope God hear me on this back dirt road. If you're walking through fire, don't lose your way. That pain you feel ain't here to stay. There's a purpose in every tear you cry. God's still working, don't ask why. Dirt road prayers, I still believe, even when it's hard to breathe. Through the storm, through the unknown, I ain't riding this road alone. The smell of cornbread, Bessie Smith on the radio. Everybody welcome. That was Grandma's house though. Summer breaks at Grandma's house, the whole world disappeared. Nothing but the porch swing and the voice we love to hear. She told stories from a life that made our current struggles look like minor inconveniences, minor little puzzles. She survived what would have buried most of us for good, and she served the neighbors out of what little she could. Never locked the door because whoever needed in could always find a plate of food, a bed, and where to begin again. Because she understood that people needed that, a place that said you're loved and we want you to come back. She built the whole community from one small wooden house. Granny's house was heaven when the world would be the doubt. Granny's house was heaven back on Saturday. Smell of something cooking, never going away. Everybody welcome, regardless of your past. Granny's house was heaven, built to forever last. Granny's house was heaven on the south side of town, where the love was always present even when the walls were worn down. She didn't have the money, but she had what money can't buy. Granny's house was heaven, I still feel it when I close my eyes. Yeah. She passed in November on a cold and quiet day. Left behind a house full of everything she say. Through the years, her words, her wisdom in a way of making every person feel like they were meant to stay. The family gathered for the last time in those rooms, and every corner held a memory we were all consuming. This cousin learned to rewrite here at this table. That uncle got his heart right in this house when he was able to be
be honest for the first time with himself. Grandma pulled the truth out like a gift off the shelf. Handed it to everyone she loved without condition. Granny's house was heaven, that was always her mission. I drive past that house now, somebody else lives there. Different curtains, different people, different lives inside that air. But when I slow down, rolling past on a November evening, I can still smell cornbread, and I start believing that love that real don't ever fully leave a place. Granny's house was heaven.
Clock out at 3. 30 years on this floor. It's legacy. Yeah. Steel-toe boots and a hard hat on my head before the sun considers getting out of bed. Third shift finishing, I'm starting first shift strong. The factory floor is where I've always belonged. 18 years on this line and I know every sound. When the machine's about to break before it lets you down, the foreman calls me when the new guys need to learn, because some knowledge only comes from what you earn. Through repetition and the sweat of daily doing, the kind of education that they don't teach by schooling. My daddy did this and his daddy did before. Factory floor Friday, forever and more. Factory floor Friday, payday feeling right. Worked all week for this moment under fluorescent light. Cash the check and tip that hat to every man beside. Factory floor Friday, working class pride. Factory floor Friday, we the backbone of this nation. Everybody eating off our daily dedication. Hands that built this country never make the headline news. Factory floor Friday, we got nothing left to lose. They tried to outsource everything we built with our hands, move the jobs to somewhere cheaper. They don't understand that a community is built around the work that's here. When the plant shuts down, the whole town disappears. I watched it happen once in '99. 2,000 families lost the bottom line of their whole existence overnight. They were gone, and the politicians gave a speech and moved along. But the working class remembers every name and every face of every man who lost his purpose and his place. That's why I show up every morning proud to be Factory Floor Friday. That's the dignity. They rap about the mansions and the cars and the gold. I rap about the shift work and the stories untold, the men and women clocking in when nobody claps. Working class warrior, I put that on the map. Factory Floor Friday, payday, backbone of the nation. We built all of this